Hi cereal eaters, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Box. So what have we got this time? Well, this is from 2001 and it's Nestle Shreddies PlayStation Action Heroes. Let's take a look.
So on the front, in the foreground, you've got Crash Bandicoot, and in the background you can see Lara and Spyro the Dragon advertising these action heroes. And then on the reverse it talks about each of the actual 6 free gifts that you actually got. So you've got 2 Laras, 2 Crash and 2 Spyro. Is it Spyro or Spyro? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to call it Spyro for the rest of this video, and telling you exactly what you're meant to do with each. Now before I move on though, I wanted to show you this because I think this is fantastic. They actually did 2 different packet types. So you've obviously got this one here with Crash that I've shown you, and the second one with Lara. There wasn't a third. I was hoping that they might have Spyro as well on the front, but I've certainly never found that one, and I genuinely don't think they actually produced one. But the backs were exactly the same. And not only was it on Shreddies, but you could also get it on Nesquik too, in both packet formats. So you can see how they look there. Exactly the same. So when you actually opened up your cereal, this is what you got. This is a full set of 6 here in these clear see-through bags, and I'll walk you through each of them in turn. And there's the 2 Lara ones there. But before I do, it's worth also mentioning that they came in this sort of packaging as well. So again, another full set, but you see you've got the obviously the white backing. There's a cardboard inside there, and obviously a clear front. So just to compare the 2. Now again, no idea what the difference was. It was presumably something to do with the whole production process, and it probably made it easier to deposit one in the actual cereal than the other, but who knows. And this is what the full set looked like when they're open. So let's go through each in turn. We'll start off with Crash. You'll see he's on this sort of spinning mechanism at the bottom, and the intention is that you could try and spin him as fast as you can. A bit disappointing actually, this one. I thought that they might actually include a sort of almost like a spring mechanism in it, so that you could wind him up and then he'd sort of unspin. But it's still a really nice sort of image and plastic figure of Crash Bandicoot, and I think would look really good on display. Then got this one here, which is Crash sort of flying, holding on to whatever those are. Looks like tomatoes or something. And underneath there's a little divot, and the intention is you balance him on your finger, like that, or on a pencil. And I must confess, I find it really difficult to balance him on a pencil. So it's it's not working for me, but again, really nice plastic figure I think there of Crash. We've got Spyro the Dragon looking around at you, and again the intention here is you just sort of hang him on something, and he's sort of looking there cute, presumably a book or something. You've got this one here as well, of course, where underneath he's actually got this sort of wheel type thing, and as that moves you'll see his sort of wings go up and down, and the intention, it probably won't work very well on here, is you sort of run it along the desk. It's a bit too shiny for this this to work, but you get the general idea when I move it like that. Looking very fierce, and you'll see on the side they do actually say Nestle, so they have been specifically manufactured for Nestle. So I think that again in itself makes them very collectible. You've got this other one of Lara as well. Again, this is another balancing one, and I think it's just underneath her boobs actually. You need to put your finger, so excuse me Lara, hope you don't get too offended. So it balances, but I can guarantee I can't get that to work. No. And finally you've got another one of Lara as well. This time she's hanging onto this hook, and an intention here, I've got a bit of string, so here's one I prepared earlier. You hang her on and hopefully flies through like that. See if we can do it a bit slower. Anyway, you get the idea. So that's quite fun as well. And as I mentioned before, I think these figures are so well detailed. I mean, the colour on them is fantastic, I think, and you know, the whole design. So the fact that maybe they don't work quite as practically as I was hoping, not the end of the world. Now, before I finish, I thought I'd show you these as well. These are a couple of interesting finds I made. So these are the pre-production versions of the actual toys. So you've got the Lara not painted and also the Crash not painted. And I think this is just part of the sort of production process, just to make sure that they could fit in the packets and presumably get dispensed from the machines and so forth. So they hadn't gone to all the cost of actually sort of colouring them in and everything else that goes with making these plastics. So bit of fun anyway. Now, as you'll have seen, these aren't the best of actually toys in terms of their sort of function, but I think visually these are brilliant. I really like them, and as I mentioned earlier, I think very collectible, and all credit to Nestle for actually securing the license for this one. Do check out the advert if you haven't already seen it, which is at the very end of this clip.
Player 1, ready. Select special packs like Shreddies or Nesquik and score a PlayStation action hero figurine free inside. Like Lara Croft, Crash Bandicoot, or Spyro. There are 6 in total. Player 2, ready. Select packs of Golden Grahams or Cheerios and you'll pick up PlayStation action hero stickers free inside. Start now.
If you're interested in this and other cereal items, then please subscribe to this channel, like and share it, or visit my website cerealoffers.com, click on Cereal Partners and then Shreddies.